Jennifer Garner breaks silence on Ben Affleck 2.0. How Ben Affleck and Jennifer Lopez's marriage became her family shakeup. Welcome back, everyone. Today's deep dive explores a story that has quietly unfolded behind Hollywood headlines. A story not just about romance, fame, and second chances, but about family, co-parenting, and emotional resilience. We're talking about Jennifer Garner, her ex-husband Ben Affleck, and his rekindled romance and marriage to Jennifer Lopez, famously dubbed Ben Affleck 2.0. When the world celebrated a nostalgic love story reborn, insiders began whispering about something more personal: how this reunion became, in Garner's words, a family shakeup. What did that really mean? How did Ben Affleck's return to Jennifer Lopez affect Jennifer Garner and their children? Was there tension, grace, quiet hurt, strength? Today, we unpack it all. Jennifer Garner is known for her warmth, relatability, and grounded presence in Hollywood. From her breakout role in Alias to becoming America's sweetheart in films like 13 Going on 30, she built a reputation as stable, nurturing, and drama-free. But beyond the cameras, her most important role has been mom to 3 children she shares with Ben Affleck. Ben Affleck, Oscar winner, director, actor, has had a career marked by dramatic highs and very public lows. His struggles with addiction, his highly publicized relationships, and his on-again off-again romance with Jennifer Lopez have all played out under a microscope. Jennifer Lopez, global superstar, business mogul, cultural icon. Her early 2000s romance with Ben Affleck was one of the most coveted celebrity relationships of that era. When they reunited nearly 20 years later, it wasn't just nostalgic, it was seismic. Before there was a 2.0, there was the original. Ben Affleck and Jennifer Lopez first met while filming Giggly in the early 2000s. Their romance exploded into a media frenzy. The paparazzi dubbed them Benifer. And suddenly they were everywhere: red carpets, interviews, music videos. But the pressure was intense. They postponed their wedding in 2003, citing overwhelming media attention. Soon after, they split. Enter Jennifer Garner. Garner and Affleck began dating shortly after his breakup with Lopez. They married in 2005 and built what many perceived as a stable, grounded life away from tabloid chaos. For a decade, they seemed solid. Until they weren't. In 2015, Garner and Affleck announced their separation, just one day after their 10th wedding anniversary. The split was described as amicable, but insiders reported deep challenges, including Ben's battles with alcohol addiction. Here's what made it different. Jennifer Garner didn't publicly attack him. She didn't spiral into media drama. Instead, she focused on co-parenting. Over the years that followed, Garner became a stabilizing force in Ben's life, even helping stage interventions during his relapses. She was often photographed driving him to rehab, supporting him, shielding their children from chaos. To many observers, she wasn't just an ex-wife. She was still family. And that's key to understanding what came next. In 2021, just months after Jennifer Lopez ended her engagement to Alex Rodriguez, photos emerged of her spending time with Ben Affleck. Fans were stunned. Was it nostalgia, closure, or unfinished love? Soon, it was official. Red carpet appearances, romantic getaways, matching PDA energy from the early 2000s. By 2022, they were married, first in Las Vegas, then in a lavish Georgia ceremony. The world swooned. But behind the scenes, the reunion created ripple effects. Because this wasn't 2 young stars dating anymore. This was 2 parents blending families. Jennifer Garner reportedly described the shift as a family shakeup. What does that mean? Not bitterness, not jealousy, but adjustment. Imagine this. Your ex-husband, the father of your children, remarries his most famous ex. The media frenzy returns. Your kids are suddenly part of a blended celebrity mega-family. For Garner, the priority was stability. Sources say she encouraged her children to be respectful and open. She reportedly maintained polite communication with Lopez. But insiders also note, it wasn't easy. Garner had spent years helping Ben rebuild his life. When Lopez entered fully as his wife, the dynamic changed. Garner stepped back from being his emotional safety net. That's a huge psychological shift. Lopez brought twins into the marriage. Affleck brought 3 children. Now there were 5 kids navigating. 2 households. A media scrutiny. A public curiosity. Paparazzi outside school events. Reports suggest the kids bonded well. Family outings included both parents at times. Garner reportedly remained supportive but protective. She prioritized keeping her home environment calm and grounded, away from Hollywood spectacle. In many ways, she represented stability, while Ben Affleck 2.0 represented spectacle. There were moments the public noticed. A Garner photograph looking serene and focused on work. Or Affleck occasionally appearing tense in paparazzi shots. Rumors of stress in the new marriage. But through it all, Garner avoided public commentary. And that silence speaks volumes. It suggests boundaries, maturity, emotional intelligence. The family shakeup wasn't about drama. It was about redefining roles. Jennifer Garner didn't compete. She didn't retaliate. She recalibrated. Ben Affleck and Jennifer Lopez's marriage marked a new chapter, not just for them, but for everyone connected to them. For Garner, it meant letting go of being the fixer, trusting the co-parenting foundation, protecting her children's peace. In Hollywood, loud stories dominate. But sometimes the most powerful role is the quiet one. And in this chapter of the Ben Affleck saga, Jennifer Garner's composure may be the most compelling storyline of all. By the time Ben Affleck 2.0 became official, something subtle but profound had already shifted in Jennifer Garner's world. 4 years after her 2015 split from Ben Affleck, Garner had remained closely involved in his recovery journey. She was often described by insiders as his anchor, the steady presence who prioritized their children above everything else. But once Affleck married Jennifer Lopez in 2022, the emotional architecture changed. Garner reportedly stepped back, intentionally. Not dramatically, not publicly, but firmly. This wasn't just about romance. It was about emotional boundaries. When an ex remarries, especially someone as globally visible as Lopez, roles must be redefined. Garner was no longer the emergency contact in the same way. She wasn't the quiet crisis manager behind the scenes. She became what she had always said she wanted to be, a focused co-parent. And that shift can feel like both relief and loss. Co-parenting is difficult in private. Now imagine doing it with paparazzi documenting school drop-offs. Garner and Affleck share 3 children. Lopez brought twins from her previous marriage to Mark Antony. Suddenly, 5 children were navigating. 2 households. Multiple parental figures. Media speculation. Internet commentary. Blended families require patience. They require communication. And above all, they require consistency. Sources close to the situation emphasized that Garner's primary concern wasn't celebrity optics, it was emotional stability for the kids. She reportedly maintained respectful communication with Lopez. There were school events where both women appeared calm and cordial. But even when things are civil, they can still be complicated. Because parenting is emotional territory.